Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Hotfix. I am Brucentia, and we are here with the Hotfix Grudge Match, the show where we bring two people together to settle all their differences by playing a game that they have never played before. Of course, whoever makes the most progress is the winner. It's a good time. I hope that you enjoy it. First, though, I'd like you to know that registration is live for Awesome Games Done Quick 2024. If you'd like to attend the event in person, it's from January 14th through the 21st. Me, I'm going to be there. I'm going to go have a bunch of fun, so you could come and party with me a little bit. The second submission period of games is also open until November 27th. That's not very long. It's Monday, everybody. And that is specifically for any games released after August 1st. Hey, I do know quite a few games. Super Mario Wonder, that's about all I can remember at the moment that's released since then. But you can submit that. Go to gamesdonequick.com for more information there. Frame Fatales also has its next event, Frost Fatales, coming up March 3rd through the 10th of next year. Use !FF in Twitch chat or go to gamesdonequick.com/framefatales for more info. And remember, if you've missed any of our VODs, we've got them over on Games Done Quick's YouTube channel, youtube.com/GamesDoneQuick. It's a good time, and we definitely have a whole lot of videos. If you just want to put something on, kick back, relax, play some Super Mario Wonder, since that's the only game that I can think of today, you can go ahead and do that. Bloop, it's good to have you. I know I said I was going to introduce Neitzel first, but I heard you laugh. Hey, Bloop, how are you doing? Yeah, you laugh, you get the target right there. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, considering that it's past 1 in the morning.
Oh, no.
That's all right. We knew what the deal was.
You knew what you signed up for.
Exactly.
Well, I see that your favorite game is Kirby's Adventure. That's the NES game, right?
Yes.
Okay, but you also love Nier Automata. I've beaten both of those. I love both of those. Very strong choices there. However, your favorite food is French leek pie with bechamel sauce, goat cheese. I don't know what a lardon is, but apparently it's like bacon.
Kinda, but it's like because it was traditionally, cooked by my mom. So it's more like a favorite homemade by your mom dish kind of thing. It's really good. Trust me. Please.
I would definitely give it a shot, okay? If you brought some over, that sounds pretty delicious, okay? And anything that is bacon-esque, it's easy accept, okay? Well, it's very nice to have you, along with Neitzel, who was actually in our last show. Hello there, Neitzel.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, you're here to try to demolish again. It's great to have you. Now, Neitzel, I know that your favorite game is Crusader of Senti. Why do you love that game?
Oh, that game was pretty special when I played it the first time as a kid. I couldn't buy it, but I rented it like a lot. And it's a really cool spin on Zelda with a really cool story. And that was also one of the first speedrun that I learned. Really awesome game that I highly recommend to try if you get the opportunity. It's really awesome.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. I feel like I might have played it a little bit, but I've played a little bit of a lot of games, so I can't even remember at this point.
Yeah, but it's a bit long, so it takes a bit of time to complete.
I always enjoy having game recommendations, so I'll go ahead and keep that in mind as a game that I might return to. You say, however, your favorite food is mitraillette.
Yeah. So
Bloop, don't laugh. This is his favorite food.
Yeah,
that's so Belgian of you.
So yeah, I'm from Belgium. That's some fast food from Belgium. It's actually some bread with some meat in it and fries thrown into it. And that's like something that I eat every time I go back to Belgium. So yeah, don't judge me. It's like it's comfort food.
Not judging.
Okay?
Honestly, it sounds almost like a Philly cheesesteak, except maybe Belgian version.
Kinda.
Well, are you both ready to begin?
Yeah.
Almost. Wait.
You're all.
No, I am.
Oh, okay. Fine. You're ready
No, I
now.
should be.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and count down then. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
Well, perfect. We're on to Planet Flora. Hello, everybody. We've got a game called Ristar. Came out for the Sega Genesis in 1995. Actually, decent way into the Sega Genesis lifetime. I've played a little bit of this game. I'm really interested to see, can you both make more progress than I have? Who knows? Who knows? With that said, the Sega Genesis, you've got the 3 buttons on the right. Obviously, we've got jump. We've got the grab here, which I saw Neitzel just use that as an attack. But it's also a very essential mechanic for climbing up and getting to where you need to go here. So one thing that I loved about all of the colors in Ristar, this is basically what people think of when they think of the 90s. You've got the pinkish blue background there, very vaporwave-esque. And I don't think there were a whole lot of things from the 90s that actually look like the stereotype of the 90s, but this is one of them. And I love the visuals.
Yeah, this looks amazing in my opinion.
Shoot.
Oh no, did you die?
Wait.
Well, don't do that. That's how you... You know
Well,
what? Okay,
I didn't do that on purpose.
Whoa. Okay.
Whoa, Neitzel
yeah,
went flying a little
completely
bit.
forgot about this. It's like I'd seen bits of this game, but I don't remember much about it. But
That's all right. I mean, that's the point of the blind race.
Yeah.
If you're going in and you know everything about the game, you're playing it the wrong way, So everybody, while Games Done Quick usually has speedruns, this is a race where the players have not played the game before. And even though it is a race, you have to play it relatively differently in order to get the hang of how it goes. With that said, it looks like Neitzel passes the first stage. I'm giving you the number of points that you got for your hype bonus, which was 0. Sorry, Neitzel.
at least
How do you
Blooper
do
will know
that?
that bonus is pretty important.
Oh, it's so important.
Yeah,
I have no idea how important.
you want these points. Okay, what's up?
Yeah, the biggest thing during the first 5-10 minutes is really just figuring out all the various controls and figuring out, is there something that I can do that helps things be more consistent for me or helps me go faster without being too dangerous. And it seems like both of you have made really good progress through stage 1. We've got Blupe here fighting the first boss here. Lovely snake, very good red color to it. I like it. However, it is a little bit of a trickster, just going around and... No! Lupin, no!
It's all right, I guess.
Yeah, one thing that I love, somebody in chat is pointing out that this is the first time they've seen a grudge match, but they find the format interesting as an alternative to speedrunning. And the thing is, both of you have played a lot of games. Neitzel, you've played on my bad video game tournament, and you've also given games out for it in the past there.
Yeah.
So you've done a lot of blind races, right?
Yeah. I mean, I only started doing blind races like 2 years ago, but I really enjoyed it so much that I registered to loads of tournaments and events with blind races. So it's a really different skill set than speedrunning, in my opinion. But it's really fun just to try to figure out games really quickly. Okay.
Blooper has also cleared the first level, and I'm giving you the points you got for the hype bonus, which is 0.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm being generous
I'm
here.
I love that.
Yeah. Now, with that said, Grudge Match, I always talk about settling differences, figuring out how to, figuring out, how we can settle your differences and make you happy. So, what is the grudge going into the match today? Like, what's up with you two? You both okay?
I'll let Lupa explain the grudge. Because she's the reason why I'm here today, so...
What?
You're the reason? Uh-oh.
I'm the reason they're here just because they are wrong. That's the whole thing. So we had a discussion, and it's not related to the way we are pronouncing words in between France and Belgium, as oddly as it sounds. What is the grudge? We've been discussing colors. Nitzel's been telling me that colors are complicated. And Nitzel, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you are fully 100% perfectly sighted, no problem, no color blindness, nothing.
I don't
right?
think so, but to be honest, I'm not 100% sure. I never did a test or anything like that. It's like,
you might have wanted to check before joining. No, go ahead.
I'm a little bit colorblind, okay, so I've got a horse in this race. It's very important. You don't think colors are complicated? Like, what do you mean complicated?
Oh, for me, it's complicated from the moment when... So it all started because we were in a French Discord, in a French speedrunning Discord. And people wouldn't agree about what color something was. And everyone had a different opinion about what color it was. So to me, that's a great example as to why colors are being so complicated. It's like, you buy paint, like you buy white paint, and actually it's not the same white than your wall. It's like, it's just white. I mean, and then that was exactly what happened in that conversation. Everyone was like, oh, it is red. Oh, no, it's magenta. Oh, no, actually, it's something called amaranth. What is amaranth? I have no idea. It's like, for me, it's complicated. That's it. I mean, it's like, I don't know if some people in chat did like CSS, like building websites. You put like a color like blue into CSS and it will show a different color depending on your browser. It means it's complicated. Like just something as basic as blue. I mean,
don't you use the exact code like anyone else?
By the way, I do want to point out Nitzel at the end of the world had a 4,500 point bonus for that entire world of Flora, and I'm going to go ahead and give you that 4,500 points
Thank
to
you.
be displayed on screen for everybody to enjoy. No, we'll do the same for you, Bloopit.
Yeah, if I manage to finish it.
Yeah, the thing now, Nitzel has done a lot of blind races. What about you?
My first one.
It's your first one? So, so you're going up against somebody who has had a reasonable amount of experience.
I know.
But I take it that you play a decent amount of games, though, right?
I'm trying. Don't know if it's true, but I'm trying.
Okay. Well, what type of games do you usually go for?
Well, most of my... Oh, sorry. Okay, so just for chat to know. Some people know me for being the person who's panicking in French or in nonsense garbage. I'm sorry in advance, especially because it's 1 a.m, so I will find it hard to control myself. I'm trying to behave because this is a family-friendly show, but I might go with some panic attacks of some sort, and voila. And when it comes to the games I play, I'm mostly a platformer / GRPG / indie player. If indie games still mean something, because I know it's been complicated lately. But these are my main go-to.
Okay. Yeah, I think that the latest discussion has sort of been like the visual aesthetic of indie games versus is it actually an indie studio? I actually really enjoy that larger studios are going back to a classic feel.
Yeah,
and going
definitely.
back to I think that it's really exciting. It doesn't make them indie, but that doesn't, like, just because it looks indie and isn't indie doesn't mean it's bad. It could be really, really good.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
a lot of people loved Hi-Fi Rush, you know?
I haven't tried it yet.
I really enjoyed it.
I need to.
But yeah, see, everybody's like, oh, Bethesda's games have 1 bazillion bugs. Go play Hi-Fi Rush, huh? Okay, it's a very completely different experience. Like, it's worth a shot. If you've got Game Pass, it's free there, you know. Not sponsored, hashtag whatever. I haven't played it myself, but it's a very different experience, and a lot of people have access to it. Yeah. With that said, we are starting to get a little ways into this match. Blupe is still in the first world. Honestly, though, what I'm going to say is that the first 30 minutes don't matter quite as much as the last 30 minutes, because if you start really getting the hang of it, then you can go fast and make a huge amount of progress. By the way, there is a secret to using the spinny stick. Neitzel, do you want to help? I'll give you 500 points if you help out with that.
Definitely. So I can't remember what's the input. I think if you just hold right while hanging, you'll speed up, and you just have to hold it.
Wow, c'est trop bien!
But I'm not sure if it's just. I guess you are bouncing all around.
Oh yeah, you bounce quite a bit.
It's pretty fun.
No,
But we
yes. No, how do you? No.
I think that's why.
Push start?
I think that's kind of why
Okay,
I
it
wanted to
stopped.
speedrun
Okay.
this at some point. I think I saw that mechanic and I thought it was cool.
Yeah, there's
is
some
cool.
really neat, fast mechanics that make the game incredibly difficult to control when you're using those mechanics. But if you can go extremely fast.
Yeah.
Again, it's not the whole game where you're doing that, but there are some really interesting things you can do with the speedrun in this.
Yeah,
Now, with that
the way
said- go ahead.
the way the arms work is kind of weird. I mean, it's not really weird. It makes sense, but the fact that you really have to be at a certain distance to actually gain height is it's a bit complicated, but it's pretty fun. So far, I'm enjoying it quite a bit.
Yeah, I actually really love the whole chaos spinning mechanic because, you know, the faster you go, the more distance you know you can make. But at the same time, it's harder to control that. Oh, you broke the bridge. Oh, you broke the ladder and made a bridge.
Yeah. Okay, so that's why I didn't understand what I had to do. I was so confused, and now I get why. I was missing a step.
It is all good. So yeah, the first half hour, this is sort of your exploration / learning how to play the game phase. Oftentimes, you know, you do want to push the game as much as you can to make progress, but once the game starts punishing you in certain ways, then it's usually good to slow down a little bit, take your time and make sure that you're not dying too much. You know, you want to make sure that each life, especially in the second half of the match, each life counts.
Yeah.
Okay, do we have continues?
Yes, there are 5 continues. Bloopa used one of those already. I actually think that it's very unlikely that you will run out of continues, but be aware there is a possibility, and that is a little bit of a problem with a game that's a bit lengthier. However, if there are passwords you get, you're allowed to write those down.
Okay.
It would take you to the beginning of the world, most likely, and that's fine. Hey, 0 height bonus! Heck yeah!
Yep.
Okay, and we have the boss on Bloop's side. Let's see how you do and what score you get out of this so we can get you on the scoreboard. Now, Needsel, you're having to deal with an interesting mechanic. You're swimming here. How are the swimming controls?
Pretty good, to be honest.
Okay.
I mean,
Really? Like, it feels a little difficult to control, but that's just because I'm watching. I'm not
well,
playing.
the thing is that you have 2 speed, so if you
Okay.
go really slowly, it feels fine. It feels really responsive. It's mostly if you try to boost that. I mean, you can't. I mean, once you start boosting, you can't turn until a few seconds, after a small
Gotcha.
delay. But apart from that, it feels fine, to be honest.
So if you're going to boost, pay attention, make sure that you're not going directly to an enemy because you're probably going to run into it.
Yeah, I didn't realize at first that I could boost with the jump button. As always, in a blind race, try every button that you have constantly.
Bloop has cleared the boss, and look at that height right there. Let's see how many points we're going to award you. You're moving on to World 2, starting to catch up a little bit to Needsel here.
Nice.
Yeah. I like it. Score 4. Okay, I see that round total was 2,500 for the total. So 2,500 points compared to Needsel's 4,500. I think Needsel found some secret areas on the way and got some extra points. Of course, the points here don't matter. So it really only matters how far the players make it. And right now, Needsel has made some pretty steady progress, but it's slowed down compared to before. Did we go to break screen? All right, apologies for the delay, everybody, but we will be right back.
Okay, because I should still be here.
All right.
Okay,
All
nice.
right, we are
Lovely.
back, everybody. Thank you so much. Apologies. It wasn't me this time. Oh, well, let's go ahead and get both of you started back up. So I'll just give a quick countdown. Oh, never mind, Bloop it, unpause. 3, 2, 1, go. There you go. Okay. So thank you for the
I barely
picnic.
swimmed. Just so you know, Nitzel, I barely swimmed. So we should be fine. And
Oh,
if
yeah,
that's
you're good.
and if that's the problem, you can have like I don't know, 1,000 point or something.
Don't worry.
You're fine. I'll consider taking points away because you did stay paused, but
I'm sorry.
Oh. Yeah, everybody, welcome to Grudge Match, where we aren't super strict about all of the rules here. We're here for fun. We're here to be with friends, and we're here. I honestly think that collaboration and just enjoying time with each other is something valuable. I love when I see people playing a game for the first time and just being able to share the experience together. And honestly, Ristar is a great way to do this. So we've got a hammerhead shark over on Needsel's side. That's kind of scary. I don't like that guy.
Yeah, he's a bit menacing.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's not really biting you. That you'd think that would be a shark's primary attack, bite you. Ah.
What? Mais pourquoi le...
okay.
Uh-oh, the
Okay,
water's going down.
I got murdered. So.
You both got a little murdered right there. Yeah, now, Oh,
I
go
didn't
ahead.
saw that coming.
I would say one big question mark that I have for Neitzel that we might find out when it comes to boss fights and continues. If you run out of lives, sometimes it will start you back at the boss fight, but other games will start you at the level before.
Oh.
So that's something that we do not currently know, and Neitzel probably doesn't want to find out. It would be best to clear this on this live so you don't have to stress about that.
Do you want to know? Or is it like random depending on the levels? Because I died on a boss. So if it's the same thing all the time, I
Did
can
you get
give you
game
the answer.
over on the boss?
Oh no, game over. Oh my bad. I thought it was like just
my last life.
losing a life.
Yeah, this is Neitzel's
shoot.
final life on the boss. That's why.
So I can't say.
That's why
Sorry.
I have these questions in the back of my head, because
Yeah, it
it
makes sense.
really could affect Neitzel's current lead. However, only one more hit, I believe, and the boss is probably
Yeah, looks like it.
dead.
I believe in you.
And looks
Oh.
like
Hey, you
we
believed
go.
correctly.
Nice. GG.
thank you.
Not yet. No, there's still more game. No. We get. Oh, look at the shark butt just dancing there. Okay. And here we go, Neitzel. I'll give you some more points based off of your round score here. Undertow is cleared, and you got a round total of 6,500. 6,500 to Neitzel.
Excellent. As it just said. Okay. Come on, let's go.
Now, what are you thinking of the game so far? You know, we're Blupe, you're in World 2. Neitzel, you're just starting World 3. Like,
Shoot.
On my
It is.
on my side, I enjoyed it quite a bit, but I don't know.
Okay.
I really don't know how much Blooper might enjoy or hate this, because usually everything I like, she says is terrible. So,
No, I didn't actually say that.
it happens quite often. Okay.
I'm sorry if you have debatable taste in video games, which definitely could have been another grudge, by the way.
yeah,
Maybe for another
want,
time.
I do want to mention Neitzel was on our last show because it was originally going to be you two playing, but unfortunately you weren't able to be here, and luckily Fant was able to step in. Neitzel, though, we brought on because he will be playing over at GDQ, at a GDQ this year, 2 different games. We've got, of course, Tintin in Tibet for the Super Nintendo.
Of course.
Oh, of course, yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, Zadet as well.
Yeah, both games. So the death is going to be something pretty special because it's a really specific category that I'll be playing.
Oh, nice.
cool.
I was about to ask.
Called
Yeah.
called Better
Everybody,
Gamer.
you do not want to miss that.
And that category is pretty fun. The whole physics of the game is broken, so it's pretty.
It's absolutely fantastic and worth your time. Really.
Yeah, I would say, chat, if you've seen Zadet, but you have not seen Better Gameplay %, and you will know what that means, okay? If you know what it is, then you already know. But if you don't know what that is, you have to catch it during the Awful Block, because it is one of the most chaotic things I have ever played in my life.
It's a game mode. When it was released, the devs didn't know if it was actually manageable to complete the game.
I love releasing a mode that even the devs don't know if you can complete it, and then
This is
people find a way.
And
It's just so fun. It makes no sense. You know, they're like, oh, yeah, well, it's a joke. We pretty much don't care. It's fine.
and
I love it.
it took a while to find strats to complete it, and
I'm surprised.
and we're still finding stuff today about this mode, because, for instance, we thought that we would never clear the secret boss in the death, which if you
I don't know. Yeah, that boss is hard anyways.
yeah.
I've seen it done in better gameplay percent, and I have no idea how you do it.
It's pretty brutal. I won't be doing it at GDQ because we only managed to find the strat to do it like only really recently. But the game itself, the base game is already pretty amazing with better gameplay.
One thing I do want to know, everybody watching, there are currently late submissions for AGDQ, generally for games that just came out recently. Yeah, Neitzel, you should talk to me about that. I think that we could always find a way to offer the new strats, because if they're really exciting and really cool to see, I would be interested in seeing it.
Yeah, we don't have runs yet with the new strat, but maybe we can like put the secret boss as an incentive, because
we'll talk about it later.
Yeah. But,
I think that's great.
I'll have to train,
most
because
incentives have already been decided.
Yeah,
but
I mean, we
sometimes there are exceptions.
we managed to do it only once. I think defeating that boss.
You've only done it once.
Yeah,
oh, no.
I mean,
Okay.
it's not something that I trained recently, and yeah, it's
Brave of you to even offer, to be fairly honest.
and RNG is so bad it could take 10 minutes. Like,
Oh, shit.
Yeah, everybody, welcome to my life where I just try to instigate chaos. This is what I do. With that said, we've got plenty of chaos on the screen. This vulture keeps grabbing you, Neitzel.
yeah, this section is it's pretty awful to get through.
This is this is pretty annoying, and I'm not sure. Like, I think I know what most of these statues are for. Specifically, so that you don't get stuck in the trap. You use them to throw and cause the trap to trigger, and then essentially you have to dodge whatever the trap throws at that statue. And usually you're able to do it if you're not trapped in the cage, but sometimes it's just a bit of a pain. Lupin, though, you're making a pretty good amount of progress in this second world. This is one complaint that I have about the game so far. In the various worlds, there are a lot of areas that look quite similar, especially the water area. That's not too unusual for water areas. It's hard to make them like stand out for players, and the games that did so really, really well. But yeah, this game, I have a hard time telling like one area apart from another in the individual worlds.
It's complicated. Like,
Yeah,
it's not like, so far, mark my words, so far, it's not such a hard game. So I'm definitely not expecting to stand even a chance against Neitzel.
I've been doing
Not
quite
that
a bit to the next level.
Oh, me too, my friend. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, and trust me, Bloopin, one exciting thing about blind races is that oftentimes the very first time or the second or third time that you do a race, you don't know how you're going to do. And there are some people who do a lot better than they expected. There are plenty of people who don't. So, you know, there is always a chance. You're never out of it until you're actually out of it. So I'm glad that you get to be here and actually experience this with a friend.
But I'm having a lovely time. Like, the game is really nice, really enjoyable. So, seeing itself, sometimes you have good taste in video games.
I'd never played it. So just wanted to play it. So.
Yeah, but I mean, you're playing Super Mario Kart. Well, okay, debatable, but
Wow.
but I'm doing that.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm playing Super Mario Kart too, so that's debatable on both sides.
Well, soon you'll be playing Tintin, so.
Oh yeah, I know, yeah.
Yeah,
don't mention.
1,000 bonus points for.
Okay, I got a fire sword, and it's.
Yeah, I'll give you 1,000 points for getting a fire sword. That's pretty cool.
And oh no, I can't use it. It's just a bonus.
Now, do you all know the story of Ristar? Because the lore isn't very well explained in the game.
Not at all.
Well, I've got a little story to read for you then.
Oh, nice.
In a faraway galaxy is a solar system filled with mysterious planets and wonderful creatures. All has been peaceful there for millennia. Until now. The space pirate Greedy is a tyrant leader of an evil space army. He has decided to take over this beautiful solar system and make it the new headquarters for his growing army. Greedy's devious plot is to brainwash the leaders of every planet and force them to do his bidding. Even the legendary hero of the solar system was captured and is now Greedy's prisoner. The planet Flora makes a last desperate plea for help. The space hero's son Ristar answers the distress signal. Although young and inexperienced, Ristar is valiant, determined, and the solar system's only hope. Ristar must travel from planet to planet and free the brainwashed leaders from the villain's control and ultimately conquer Greedy. If the young hero is successful, he will restore peace to the once happy worlds of his home system and finally free his father. So there you go. Someone named Greedy took over, and you are named Ristar from the planet Flora, and you're gonna go help. Yep.
Yeah, that really wasn't clear.
I mean, yeah, I haven't seen too many people in jail so far, except for the statues that Neitzel keeps throwing in jail here. Uh-oh.
Oh.
So on this single
Yeah,
level,
ahead.
I lost 2 continues.
What?
this
Yeah,
this level is brutal. So you
it's
can
a
definitely
pretty
catch
big
up.
wall so far. Yeah, you're never out of it until you're out of it. And honestly, when it comes to blind races and such, if you run into a wrong warp, if you somehow find an actual warp in the game that the other player didn't find, I accept it. I'm not going to stop the race, you know. If you just somehow magically win, you win. It's all fairs in my book as long as it's not cheatings.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like you are on to the boss of World 2. Neitzel is still pretty close to the beginning of World 3, so honestly, as soon as you beat this boss, you are basically caught up.
Okay.
Although Neitzel is starting to get a little bit better at World 3. It's been cruel. With the rising fire, the traps.
Yeah, it took a little bit of time to get used to that, secret floor, that button floor mechanic, but...
Oh, yeah.
No, I got it.
Yeah, it looks like you're not completely in the clear here, but you're doing pretty good, you know. Actually, Neitzel, I have a question for you. What colors would you describe for the background here?
Some kind of mauve purple, I would say.
Okay, purple. You know what? Are you just trying to keep things simple here? I know that, you know, the whole grudge is about colors, so, like, Bloopit, how about you describe the colors that you're seeing on this screen, okay? I need to, like, this boss arena has a lot of them, right?
Neon wave, synthwave.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, exactly. That's what...
Well, it's blue and purple and pink.
I died again.
And no, but I mean, the thing is, because Brosensha, you didn't got the whole story. Because I said, okay, colors are not that complicated.
Okay.
And shoot. And the thing you have to know is that I'm slightly colorblind. I'm mild mutant.
No, same.
So I mean, if someone had to complain about colors being complicated, that would be me.
I know, right? Yeah.
And I'm like, well, it's not that complicated because you have ways to make it work. Like you can use you can use the exa codes. So, well, okay, you would say not in real life and stuff, and well, okay, but that's something you could use, or RGB codes or stuff, or just you gotta accept that maybe I'm right and you're wrong because that's the way I'm seeing things. And it refuses to agree on that.
But you know
How rude is that?
the world doesn't resolve around you. It's like it's
Nah,
like
never
the
heard
concept
that.
overall.
Right,
So-
right.
Nah, can't believe that.
Well, it looks like Neitzel is on to 3-2, making a little bit of progress here. Blupe taking a death against the shark. That's okay. You still have this life, and I believe you
Yeah.
still have continues left, so it's not the worst case scenario. It could be worse. The boss kind of, I don't know. It gave Neitzel a little bit of trouble. It's not too much of a surprise that this hammerhead shark is kind of a bully. Oh my gosh, Neitzel! I saw you trying.
Yeah,
but
it's just
how are you
because
gonna get up there?
I saw this section and I'm like, I don't want to go there. This looks super hard.
This looks very dangerous. Yeah. Oh,
Whoa.
did you make it? Neitzel, what?
Yeah, that-
Color me impressed. That's worth a good 1,000 points. I'll give you 1,000 points for that.
That's called luck.
What did
No.
you do? What did you do?
It's one of those sections where you have to use you have to propel yourself in the air, and there are like traps
Yeah.
everywhere. It's
Oh,
really a
okay.
miracle I made it through.
Nice.
And I'm almost dead.
Oh,
don't die.
less nice.
I'm kind of worried because it feels like we might actually run out of continues. Because starting from World 3, this game seems a bit more brutal.
Yeah, the difficulty has gone up pretty fast in here. So yeah, that could be a concern for you. Not my problem though.
Nice. Whee!
However, I do have a list of passwords that you are able to enter. So if
Okay.
you do get a game over, I will give you a password to go back to the planet that you are on. With that said, Blupe, you got 6,500 points. I'm giving that to you on the screen. 6,500 points. Congratulations. You got through. Moving on to round 3. Only about like 1/3 of a level behind. Well, I guess one level, just part of a world behind Neitzel. You are doing a great job catching up here, and I'm loving this.
I'm really glad that we tried this game. It's really nice. Au secours? Wait, what?
Yeah, yeah, you went to jail. Don't worry. You'll probably
okay.
go to jail a few times.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think you figured out a little bit of the troll there. Good. That's an important thing. You know, probably some of the traps here are going to cause you issues to begin with, but then as you see them for the first time, you're probably gonna die, and then learn relatively that you got to deal with them a different way.
What? But what
It was a
just happened?
vulture. The vulture got you.
Yeah, the vulture is brutal. You can try to attack it from the edge before.
No,
going
I
down.
don't want to do that.
Well, you want to get rid of it. I can tell you that.
Oui.
Yeah,
How do you get rid of the vulture again?
Murder it. Well, you kill it. That's how. How do
Okay.
you kill anything in Ristar?
You
Yeah, I'm
grab
going
them
to
with your
focus a
very
little
long
bit more.
arms and then you pray.
That's basically how you deal with the vulture. Grab
Okay.
with your silly little star arms. And, yeah, deal with him.
Me. No, you can't do that. Okay.
Haha. So both of you are making a decent. Oh no! You fell on the fire.
I forgot about the
cooked
fire.
star. That is unfortunate. But Actually, yeah, we have a question. I know that Neitzel talked about being from Belgium, and that you really enjoy the Belgian fast food. Bloop, can we ask where you're from?
I'm from France.
You're from France. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, we were having discussions about the letter W and about how to actually pronounce it. And apparently that has been a source of conflict.
It's a debate in between us, kinda. It's a grudge for another day.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. It's just. Just to quickly explain, it's just that the French says the letter V and the letter W exactly the same way. They say V for both of them, which doesn't make sense.
Exactly the same way. It depends on the words.
Whoa!
Why would you say them the same way, though?
It's like, do you know they say something like 86? Like, do you know how you say that in French? I mean, in Belgium, we would say something really close to 86. Something like, no, actually not 86, like 96. So something like
86, you don't say... 80, you don't say octante?
No, we don't say octante. These I think it's the Canadians, or maybe.
Maybe.
But well,
I have no idea what you're talking
yeah.
about.
okay. Something like 96 in French.
Okay.
The way you say it in French is 96. So that would be like if you said 8016 in English. Because it's
80-16.
Because
gross.
Because just saying just saying a number, they do maths and multiply numbers in French.
No, but most French people will agree that it makes no sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna take 50 points away from the French language. We can't show that on stream, unfortunately, but that's fine.
You can take them away from my points count or something. I mean, it would make sense.
I don't want to take... No, are you responsible for the entire language? Nah.
Not really, but I mean...
No, I can't punish you for French.
Thank you. That's nice. Some people would have done that gladly.
Actually, chat does have a point that we sort of have a similar way of counting in English that's just not used very often these days. But it used... Oh my gosh, Neitzel, that was fun. But it used to be, and it's specifically score. Like four score and 7 years ago, a common phrase that was uttered by Abraham Lincoln. That means 87 years ago. Score is 20 years, so 4 score and 7 years ago.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, well, English just steals like the most confusing parts of every other language and crams them all together, because why not?
Okay, Neitzel, on behalf of the French language, I'm so sorry for what you've been through. Because now I can figure this out.
So we are 42 minutes into this match. I think that Neitzel, considering that you're at the boss of World 3, that's pretty significant. You're doing a great job here.
Yeah, it took me a while to figure out the rope mechanic. Like you have like a little wagon that you can climb in, and you can extend your arm towards the rope to
Mais sérieusement, le jeu. Non, mais sérieusement, le jeu.
Okay.
I reassure you, these are not curse words. They're just...
No, it's really polite. It's really polite.
I think you said something about my game.
About the game in general.
Okay.
Implying that it was a bit unfair and mean. But I said it in a really polite way because I promised I would behave.
Good. Good. Yeah,
And-
if you misbehave, I gotta wag my finger here.
No,
You can't
I
see it, but I'm doing it.
But I trust you. They said I would behave. I promised I would behave, so I'm doing my best to do so.
Well, good. Well, it looks like Neitzel is through the third boss and is quickly leaving the world. Gonna go flying up into the air. Let's see how many points I get to add to your score counter because I don't know. I guess I decided this time we're doing it that way. Look at Ristar go. That's 3,000 additional points for the round total. Very, very nice. You know what, Blupe, though? I feel like you have been so polite here. I got to give you like 5,000 politeness points because
Oh, thank you.
you have been
I appreciate
absolutely fantastic. Yeah.
Thank you. Like, and people who know me, and Nitzel will be able to confirm, know that it's really hard for me to do so. So I'm doing that entirely for you. And for chat. But for you. And a bit for
thank
chat.
you. A bit for chat. A little bit for chat. A lot for me.
Exactly.
Well, thank you. Of course, Neitzel is on to the...
Mais non, mais sérieusement!
Oh no, the vulture! I love that he just like gently lowers you into the fire.
Guess that there was a vulture. I
I
mean,
don't think you could have.
it was off screen.
So one thing that Neitzel is going to see pretty quickly is that we get into a little bit more of a puzzle system when it comes to the fourth world. So let's see, is it going to manage to grab onto that music note? It looks like maybe it was struggling. Maybe we'll figure it out. I don't know.
I have no idea what to do with this. Let's just move on and never
Move on
speak
and
about
hope
it.
we can figure this world out. Yeah. This next world, though, if you want to know, everybody, I'm trying to find the name of the world. I know it appeared on screen for a little while there, and I wasn't paying attention. We are on to Planet Sonata, hence the various music instruments and such. Sonatas are pretty good. Yeah.
Photo.
Say what now?
I say jump, but I didn't say please.
Yeah, you gotta say please.
Sorry. Saute s'il te plaît. Mais c'est... Sorry. Okay, I'm losing my chill. Oh, sorry.
I mean, you are literally on Planet Scorch. That's understandable. And I want you to know, Blupe, and this is something for chat as well. Right now, Blupe has been dying quite a bit on this third world. Now, Neitzel, you know, you did make up a lot of time on the previous level, but considering how long it took Neitzel to play through this, we generally would expect the next player to take probably about as long unless they manage to do some catching up. So I have to say, even though you're struggling right now and starting to fall behind, I think that's just because this was the difficulty wall that Neitzel ran into, and now you're hitting the same wall.
Yeah.
Oh, you just snuck past the vulture? Well, that's cool.
Like,
Neitzel
I kind
didn't
of
do that.
found a way to make it work, I think. Like, I mean, it's been consistent for the past 3 times or something.
Okay, Neitzel has figured out that little grabby thing will bring your, what are those called? My gosh, metronome.
Yeah, it's the same in French.
Yeah.
Métronome aussi.
Le métronome, hein?
Yep.
Oui.
I mean, to be fair,
Oh no!
the English did not invent music.
Oh, the French didn't do that either. Mais
Well,
non,
I
mais je...
mean, you probably made more contributions than us. We contributed the banjo, I think.
Oh,
Which was very important. The banjo's great.
I mean, my partner would totally agree with the importance of the banjo.
I think in Belgium we invented the saxophone, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, that's nice!
Oh, I
mean,
like
it's
the
roots.
saxophone. Yeah, I'd like to learn how to play the saxophone, or at least, like, you know, grab one when nobody's looking and just play a few notes on it to see how it feels.
Wait.
Okay, so apparently
Yeah, that's not what
America invented rock and roll. Okay, yeah. Sorry, Beatles, you had nothing to do with it. Huh. Oh yeah, chat says the French horn is great. Was the French horn actually French?
I'm not even sure. Well, you know the French fries are utterly Belgian.
That's
so
actually another grudge I could have with France. Like,
very true.
calling
But it's
those-
with France, not with me.
no, it's not with you in particular.
Okay, so apparently back when the French horn was invented, the French makers were very much the ones who manufactured hunting horns, and they got credited with these. However, it could have been French or German or something.
Yeah.
And the German horn essentially replaced the French style, but we still call it French horn. So, essentially you got credit for the French horn.
Mais... Ah, I know. Non, je sais pourquoi j'arrive pas.
Yeah, everybody in America calls them French fries, and we all know that they have nothing to do with France. But, I don't know, we just call them that.
Yeah.
It's all right.
We're really good
We're-
at attributing inventions to different places, okay?
Oh, don't worry. France is used to it as well.
Not that you're wrong, but still, this is my country you're talking about. Oh, I'm not really proud of my country lately, so... Well, actually, you know what? You can say whatever you want.
Honestly, I think that, it's interesting. I don't want to get into politics. I think that we all have grievances about the individual places that we live. Yeah. Ooh, you're going to spin to win. Never mind.
I tried.
The vulture! Why? Why did the vulture come and get you? What happened? I don't know. I don't know either, but we're up to about 9 minutes left. Oh, I am so sad, okay? I'm going to go ahead and give 500 sad points because that was the saddest thing I've seen all night. I really, really dislike the music in Planet Sonata, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah,
like,
because-
it's supposed to be a music world.
Yeah, it's music based, and so far it's the worst music.
Like on the world you're in?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a music world. The music is
It's
not
It's
good.
based off
Okay.
music, and the music is terrible.
It's pretty bad. Yeah. I
That's
gotta be
really
honest.
sad.
I don't know. The Ristar things, you know?
Okay, and I think I'm stuck. Wait, what? What's happening?
Oh, nice. Okay.
Apparently, the second level of Sonata has really good music, so hopefully you can get there, Neitzel.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm getting what I'm supposed to do here. Can I go through this? No. Okay.
Mais non, mais...
This travels down this tunnel,
Good.
but it doesn't
Okay.
reappear.
Well, why doesn't it reappear?
Mais non, mais sérieusement.
Are they stealing your metronome? Yeah, that bird wants the metronome.
Yeah, I know, but
This stage
Nope.
is hard.
yeah, World 3 is really brutal.
Yeah. With that said, again, I think that Neitzel was the clear favorite going into this, just due to having done a lot of races in the
I
past.
mean,
Ooh, Neitzel, you found a way to go down.
Yeah, that wasn't obvious at all.
Wait, it came back up? Oh my gosh.
Like, I mean, as I said, I actually never came to win the grudge. just to have a nice time with friends.
Yeah, but the unfortunate thing is that now you're going to have to admit Neitzel's right. Are you prepared to do that?
Well, I guess I can.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, colors are complicated, everybody. That's right, everybody.
Well,
you know,
maybe they actually are.
yeah, you just need to make it simple. If I go and buy paint,
yeah.
I want to paint my wall. Why do I have to like do science in order to get the right color? Just have them all the same.
Yeah, I think the paint example is perfect. It's like so
It's
annoying.
pretty relevant.
Ugh. I don't like the purple paint. Do you know how hard? That's got to be wallpaper, Neitzel.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
in the world that
The
you're
square
in, there's
things.
no
right there.
way anybody's gonna paint like this. My gosh, so much effort. Okay, almost to the end here, or the end of this section. You just fed the metronome to the bird. Good job.
Okay.
Not sure you should feed metronomes to birds. I don't really know exactly what's okay for you to do there. Oh, you know, I really want to go and visit Europe sometime, though. I would love to go to France. I'd love to go to Belgium.
Well,
I
you're
don't know
welcome
what I'd do
anytime.
there. Well, thank you, Bloopit. Yeah, you hear that, France? You hear that, France? Brossencha's coming.
Yeah.
Brossencha's gonna come over and gonna look at some things and be like, "Yep, that's French." Hey, it looks like you are on to a
okay.
mini boss here, Bloopit. The number enemies here. And I think you got through the tutorial one pretty okay.
Okay. Mais c'est pas possible.
Uh-oh.
No, that's sad. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, but I know.
The lava came up and killed you? What? Oh my
I
god!
guess it's because I touched the third one first.
Yep,
Because I didn't manage to
the accidental
grab
grab.
the one. So
Yeah, the
that's
angle
fine,
grab
okay.
is sometimes a little bit difficult to pull off, especially without like accidentally running into something.
yeah.
You know? That's maybe one minor complaint that I'd have with this. That would be solved sort of with a dual stick system where you'd be able to aim diagonally and hit
Yeah.
the grab. But no, this game makes it a little more difficult. Okay, you got 5. Let's see, do you have another round here or is that it? Haha, can you do it? Ristar looks very confused on your screen. Neitzel, meanwhile... Oh,
I'm
go
fairly
ahead.
sure I look really like confused as well.
What happened to you?
Like the last I guess it's the last, hopefully. On the mini boss when you have to follow the numbers. Like the last one you don't have the numbers and they are going super fast.
Yeah.
And I didn't expect that. I thought they were like preparing something or like and no, they're not.
We've got a bird conductor on Neitzel's side. Just, I don't know what this bird conductor's doing. Just summoning different creatures and then making his birds peck.
I just...
Aha! I think that you have figured out a little bit of it. Ooh, his hat's gone. Okay, yeah, Neitzel, I think just a couple more hits and you are gonna be good. Aha!
Okay.
Oh no! Need to watch out. No! Yeah, I missed the angle.
No! Oh no! So Oh no, Needsel!
Oh no, redo.
How far back did it take you?
Some sections.
Oh geez, if this is the right pattern, Blupe, this is a very, very much... Oh, that was a nice pattern. I like that.
It was a nice one.
Well, here we go. Blupe finishing part 1 of World 3. Needsel heading back into the boss. I do not think there is a chance to change the positions right now. Needsel is very solidly in the lead. Yeah, this has been really, really cool.
No, but that's stupid to do that. I'm stupid. No, I'm gonna die. Blooper, don't do that. I just realized. I mean, or I think I did. Okay, just so you know, I'm so gonna keep playing this game. I need to finish it.
It's really cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah, and I'd say that, like, I was one of the kids who didn't have a Genesis, you know? We had Nintendo, Super Nintendo, I played Atari, we were a Nintendo family. The only Sega thing that I had was the Game Gear, which unfortunately wasn't the best handheld system.
Yeah.
I think there's a version of this for the Game Gear, but I don't know how good or bad it is.
For better or for worse, I can tell you that is time. We are done with Ristar, and Needsel has taken the glorious victory. You get to take all of the points that you earned home. That's a lot of points, okay? I actually can't see them right now because I'm looking at other things, but I'm sure it's a lot and that you deserve that.
And Blooper will have to say that that colors are complicated. Until the end of time.
Ouais. Yeah. Les couleurs, c'est compliqué. Yeah.
Needsel.
I'm not saying that again.
You're not saying that again? Okay, you admitted it. You don't have to ever say it again. But yeah, everybody, you need to simplify your colors, okay? Like, we need like 8 of them. That's about it, okay? The rest of them just throw out in the dumpster. Okay, we're simplifying. We're going back to simpler times. Well, Needsel, congratulations on your victory, making it part of the way through World 4. Now, where are you streaming? What are you doing these days, game-wise? Go ahead.
These days, so I'm preparing for a GDQ that we talked about earlier. What I'm doing quite a bit at the moment is playing Super Mario Kart, because we have like a friendly tournament coming up in a couple of weeks. So I'm going to stream a little bit of that because I'm trying to get to the top 200 at the moment on the game. And it's super challenging. We have a common friend that's pushing everyone she knows to play the game. So, but
Needsel's really close to getting to the top 200. Really close.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, Super Mario Kart really has some really massive nonsense in it, but
it can be
seeing
really brutal.
But seeing speedruns of it is really amazing. It's like seeing really good players on it is really awesome. I think it's my favorite Mario Kart to see competition on the game. It's really fun. So
yeah, I haven't paid too much attention to Super Mario Kart speedruns or competitive matches, but I could imagine some of the chaos, especially just, what would they have in the ability to jump and the ramps. I'm imagining the nightmare that lays there.
Yeah.
Well, Needsel preparing for GDQ and playing Mario Kart. That's great.
Yeah.
What about you, Blupe? What are you doing these days?
Not much, for once.
Good.
I'm planning on starting streaming again. I most likely will have some sessions, not next week, but the week after, with said friend mentioned by Needsel before, our SMK champion. Else I'm looking for new speed games to learn because as far I love the games that I'm running, but I need new ones.
Oh, you might have a new one right here, like with Ristar.
Maybe not. I don't know. I mean, remember that I'm a person from the NES.
Yeah, it's true.
So,
it's true. And
it's too recent for me.
and you still have to learn Tintin in Tibet as well. So.
Yeah, true. So that's gonna be a heavy one.
I've beaten that game. You can do it. I've got faith.
Yeah. Like I have to say, I've been trying to beat it, but it's really hard, and I've been much less polite on my stream than I was on this one.
Yeah. So if you like impolite French, Blupe is streaming occasionally. Thank you so much for being here. I loved having you. And Neitzel, thank you for returning again. Everybody, up next, we've got Dominic going up against KC Explosion in a lovely game that we like to call BETON Brutal. So stay tuned. We will be right back after this break. Well, everybody, welcome on back to the Hotfix Grudge Match. I am Brussentia, the host, and the Grudge Match here is specifically designed to bring two people on who have some sort of problem that they have been dealing with, I don't know, possibly their entire lives, but we resolve it through racing a game that they have never played before. And of course, we get points here and there. The points don't matter. It's fun. This is a great time. If y'all ever want to get involved, I do constantly look for new people. You can either send me a message on Twitter, Discord, or you can always, I believe ! Grudge Match will have a sign-up sheet that you can fill out. All you need to do is find a friend. It doesn't matter if you are heavy into speedrunning or you are in a different gaming community. I love to bring people from all over to come and play. Now remember, your subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits cheered on the GDQ Twitch channel help to support Games Done Quick, and especially the Hotfix. So if you enjoy watching the daily speedrunning content, consider subscribing to the channel. And if you're over on YouTube, hit that like button, ring that bell, subscribe, you know the deal. Go to gamesdonequick.com if you would like to know more, or if you want to watch live, twitch.tv/gamesdonequick. Also, I am very excited to announce the people who are here with us for our second match today. First, on the left, we have Dominic Terrason. Hello there, Dominic.
Hey.
Hey, it's good to have you here. Now, I've seen you doing a lot of work with video games, and specifically, you do video game journalism, right?
Yep, I am a freelance games journalist, mostly at the moment writing for PC Gamer. In fact, I've been in, I think, the past 10 issues of the print version.
It's really exciting. I've only done a tiny bit of games journalism before, writing a couple articles for a website, and then forgetting to write. Oh, welcome to my life. It's very difficult to keep consistent with it, but just based off of what I've seen, it's been really neat, especially how you delve into indie titles. And I've very much enjoyed seeing some of the lists. And honestly, I have picked up many games that you have recommended.
Yes, people tell me that I have cost them a lot of money.
Well, not during sales. No, JK, you have cost me a lot of money during sales. But that's one thing that I've really enjoyed, finding some indie games that I didn't know existed and getting into those. It's been very helpful to see that. Now, I do see that you did list that your favorite game of all time is Doom. It's turning 30, what you said, in just a couple weeks or so.
Yep, it has been a part of my life, 3/4 of my life.
That's a lot of fun. I think that I played a Doom mod because of something that you were talking about, and I honestly played a lot of Doom 2 as well as custom maps on that big CD that had, 1,000 levels or something, various Doom mods. I loved some of the weirdness that people made. However, your favorite food... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
The Doom creation scene has just kind of exploded in the past few years. And now people are just using the Doom engine for indie games. There are now actually more Doom-based games on Steam than I have actually played.
I love that. And honestly, something that I love about using older engines is that the limits make you more creative. Like, there's some very, very powerful engines where you can do pretty much anything. But when you have limits, you get to think differently, and it gives a very specific feel to it. And that's something that really excites me about what people are doing with Doom today. Now, I see that your favorite food is curry.
Yep.
Which curry specifically?
I will never turn down a lamachari made with pickled chili.
That sounds amazing.
Really
Pickled
strong,
chili.
big kick to it, but the flavor is just like in your face.
That sounds delicious. I gotta be honest there. I would love that. Well, thank you so much. It's good to have you here, Dominic. And we also have Casey Explosion. Hello there, Casey.
Hello there, how are you doing?
Doing great. It looks like some people are calling you the sloth mom here.
Yeah, that's me.
Well, good. I've needed a sloth mother. Been looking around, I'll go ahead and add you to my list of possibilities. Oh, now I don't think that I actually got responses for you about your favorite games or your favorite food.
Oh.
First off, though, what do you do when it comes to video game streams? Because I believe that you have some pretty cool streams out there. What's your general focus?
I generally speaking, a lot of indie games and smaller titles. Few AAA games here and there, but generally the kind of mid-tier and the kind of indie scene is very much my forte.
Gotcha. Do you consider yourself more of a variety streamer, or do you do challenge runs with them? Okay, more variety?
More variety and a couple of regular games here and there.
She is huge into SnowRunner.
Regular.
Yeah. I think at one time
I
one
was
of the biggest SnowRunner streamers.
That's awesome. Yeah, the game that I always return to eventually is Dwarf Fortress. That just seems that or Xena Warrior Princess for PlayStation 1. But you got to have the regular. You got to have the core that you return to every once in a while.
Yeah.
Would you say that that's your favorite game, or do you have other games that you might put
I have a lot of favorite games. More like the kind of favorite genres generally. I love a lot of the Dark Souls games. Games of that nature. So Sekiro: Lies of P this year was easily one of my favorite games of the year. And a lot of Metroidvanias, and much like Dominic, I'm a big fan of the retro FPS scene. Like a lot of survival horror, Resident Evil, all that.
Yeah, a survival horror is good. I think that Lies of P is one that I need to play. My husband's been playing it, and I laugh every time he says something about Pinocchio. I'm like, how is there a good game about Pinocchio? Apparently there is.
It's amazing. I adored it. And the soundtrack.
It's got really good music. Just sitting across from my husband listening to it. Yeah, I like it. What about your favorite food? Do you have a favorite food?
Oh, there's a lot that I love. It's very hard to pin down again, but somewhere I would like a lot of curries as well. I do enjoy some spicy foods.
Curries are good.
Yeah.
I mean, Dominic and you can be the two. Like, you both love indie games. You love curries. I love curry. I love indie games. You're in good company here.
Yeah.
Now, taking a look at this, I believe that I am ready to begin. Are you two ready?
Yep.
My finger is on the On
I'm on the
button.
start new run button.
Then let me do the countdown. We will start in 3, 2, 1, go. And everybody, welcome to BETON BRUTAL. Apparently, I was told specifically from our previous players that this is a French title and that I'm supposed to say it like that.
Oh,
The whole goal is to get as high in elevation as possible, and we will be tracking progress based off of the highest elevation they have reached during this hour. So, this is going to be pretty clearly a first-person platforming game.
I haven't even touched this before. Do I have a ledge grab?
I do not believe so.
Oh.
You've just got to figure out what areas you can jump up.
Yeah, the first, 5 or 10 minutes generally is figuring out and getting used to the controls when it comes to a blind race. Making progress is less of your focus at this point.
Am I allowed to check controls?
Oh, yeah.
Well, sure.
There we
I'm not
go.
going to stop you. Oh, yeah, you started making some progress there. Okay. And Dominic already to a little bit of progress early on. So
Okay.
the biggest thing, is learning how far you're able to jump, how far you're able to run, if there is a run button. Dominic, have you found a run button in this?
Yep, there's basically only 2 buttons, run and jump.
What
Okay.
is run?
I've changed it to just left mouse button and right mouse button, so
Yeah, most of the time it's bound to shift, but
Shift shift seems to zoom in a slightly.
yeah, that's run. It widens your FOV a little. I've also noticed
control.
that there is
There
is also a vertigo mechanic. I've noticed. If you have a vertigo gauge that goes up when you look straight up the tower.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, you've got the percentage at the bottom left. I wonder how much that affects gameplay when you've got high vertigo. I suppose we're probably going to find out. Do you just fall over?
I don't
know.
so, but you get a worrying echoing noise, and your field of view widens even further. I think
I love that.
your character is freaking out.
Somebody in chat, by the way, is saying that apparently you are a master of Minecraft parkour maps per the gameplay that they're seeing so far. And you're doing a really good job of climbing already. Although I have a feeling Casey is going to get into her stride and start making some progress in just a little bit.
I have never played a Minecraft parkour map, or any Minecraft major mod. Always been meaning to, but
I haven't played any of the parkour maps. I know some of the challenge maps, especially Sky Islands. Those have been a lot of fun. But yeah, when reading about this game, I did see this was inspired largely by Minecraft parkour. And some of the visual styles that we have here, the layouts here, definitely give a lot of the same vibes. It's just we have a different visual style. It's
brutalist architecture. It is inspired by, as our French streamers provide, Beton Brute style, which means raw concrete.
Yeah, we've got some concrete here, all right. It's a little bit overrun by plants. Whoever built this,
There was a
they've
ghost
got to
that
clean
appeared
up
there.
every once in a while. There was a ghost?
There was a ghost.
I don't like that.
I've
Neither do I.
just
kill
realized
it?
that there's a ladder.
Ah, yeah. Well, honestly, with something like that, with this game, I wouldn't be too surprised if there are some branching paths, if there might be a few different ways to ascend in different areas of the level, or if you might have to go back down in some cases in order to navigate to a new area and go up. that's sort of the excitement of something like this. You can lose a lot of progress if you fall, but at the same time, progress can happen very quickly, but also be a little bit confusing just figuring out where you're supposed to go.
Yeah.
You're both doing pretty well so far.
Whoa.
Though.
Oh no, I'm not.
Only a
Oh, it's fine, Casey. You're gonna get it. I've got faith here. Yeah, somebody mentioned getting over it with Benefati as a game that sort of has a similar thing. You can lose a lot of progress very, very quickly. The speedruns for that game are hilarious. They take, what, a couple minutes maybe?
Well, your theory was I may have to go down to go up. I think this is one of those cases.
I believe so. That's a very scary jump. Oh, but you got it. Okay, I was you know what? I'll give you 50 points for making that very, very scary jump
Nope.
your first time. That was great.
Okay.
Now, you know, I know a limited amount about both of you, but obviously this is Grudge Match. We've got to have a grudge between you two. So, like, what sort of grudge are we here to resolve? You know, what absolutely serious, 100% drama can we deal with here?
The eternal battle between streamers and games journalists.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Ah!
I saw you mention on Twitter, okay? I saw you mention, am I going to be that Cuphead journalist? And let me just go ahead and tell you that the guy who ended up doing it really, really was doing his best, okay? It wasn't, I think that he wasn't prepared for handling what he did. There are always gamers who complain about journalists, but I have a lot of respect because, what are you going to do? No matter what you say, somebody is going to be like, no, you're wrong.
Yep. Oh, yeah. I think it was Dean Takahashi. And
Dean.
Platformers are definitely not his genre.
He's more
Yeah.
of a tech side or business side of it, isn't he?
Oh, no. Ooh.
Oh, no. Oh, Dominic taking a big fall back down to 47 meters. Yeah, that's okay, Casey. Like, you're making the slow and steady progress is usually a good way to approach a blind race because, the last thing that you want to do is lose all of the progress. And this is a game that is definitely going to be punishing whenever you do make a mistake. With that said, it's also one that once you get really good at the basic mechanics, it looks like you can catch back up to where you were pretty quickly.
Shit.
Oh,
No!
oh, Casey, I said no swearing.
Gravity is a harsh mistress.
My bad.
Nah, don't worry about it too much. Actually, I've sometimes said that, and then it's completely a reaction to what's happening in the game, and honestly, I have those gut reactions as well.
Casey, I'm disappointed. I thought you were the wholesome one. I'm the one that swears up a storm on Twitter.
You know what? You can be wholesome and swear sometimes. That's how life goes, Swear words are real.
Heckin' wholesome.
Yeah, you can be heckin' wholesome, okay? Many thanks to the raid that we had here. We had a pretty good group from Monofficial. I very much appreciate all of you coming to watch.
Ah.
Casey is currently falling all the way back down to the bottom. And Dominic is falling a little bit, but not quite all the way. Welcome to BETON BRUTAL. I mean, it's brutal both in architecture as well as difficulty. And, some of the people who I've seen talking about it in Steam reviews and such, they're like, oh, I finally beat it. And I see they had 40 hours or some at least 10 hours, 9 or 10 hours to finally get through this. I highly doubt in a blind race that either of you will beat this. But how high can you get? We'll find out very soon. So, yeah, we've got the ongoing debate between game journalists and streamers themselves, and what even is the debate? Like, just about people trusting you, Dominic?
Yeah, I have been told that I am in the pocket of Big Indie.
Big Indie. Oh, I'm very scared of Big Indie.
Yep. And clearly they've got so much money left over after struggling to make rent.
You know it. But for real, that's something that I think that a lot of journalist groups. Oh no, Casey, no.
It's okay. I'll get back up there. I'm
She gets knocked down.
love that
She gets back up again.
attitude.
I'm a little slow, but I'll get there. Slow and steady.
It makes me think of just with Benefati's game. There were a lot of messages about you're going to have difficulties, you're going to struggle, but eventually you're going to succeed. And when you finally succeed doing that one thing that was very difficult for you, it feels really good. Yeah. Now, Casey, I know that you're friends, or you know Dominic. How do you know Dominic?
Just from Twitter, and then playing some games together.
We need to play more GTFO sometime.
Yeah.
They have now added, they've remastered all of the previously timed only levels.
Oh,
So there's
nice.
like 70 missions, and given that each mission is like an hour long,
Wow. That's a lot of
Are you
content.
serious? Wow. I've never played that game personally.
it is very intense. It is full co-op survival horror.
Yeah, it
Co-op
is.
survival
I
horror,
believe some former devs who worked on Payday and Payday 2.
Yep, it's ex Payday people, almost all, I believe.
Okay. I never played any of the Paydays either. Oh no. There are just so many games out there, though. There are
There are
just
way
so
too
many that it's really difficult to know literally everything out there. And I feel like I have played quite a few games, although I tend to go for weird, obscure stuff, especially when it comes to stream. But still, I play plenty without that. Ooh,
I got a little higher than I did before, and that's how I. That's how
very
you
nice,
do it.
Casey. We're up to about 32, 33 meters. Dominic has made a very, very good climb right now. I do worry a little bit if, you just are going so fast, Dominic, that, I'm totally ready for the fall.
Oh, yeah,
okay?
I am taking risks
Hubris
here.
is right here. Yeah, you are not joking around here, and I'm just waiting, okay? The fall is coming. The rise comes before the fall, as they say. And there we go, all the way to the bottom from 100 meters. Oh, I love it. Let me go ahead and click that save replay button. I'm gonna put that on my list.
Back at it again with Krispy
Oh.
Kreme.
Oh no. Well, that's all right. Welcome to a race like this. Now, I do not care where the players end at the hour. I care about their high water mark. Dominic, I believe, luckily the menu actually saves the highest height that you made it to, so we don't have to do too much
that's a
tracking.
big
Yes,
jump.
Max.
You hit
Exactly 100 meters.
100 meters. You know what? I'll give 100 points for that milestone of 100 meters. 100 points to you,
No.
Dominic. Very nice.
Yeah, people asking, why did I look down? Because I wanted to see just how high up I was, and then the finger twitched, and then I fell.
Welcome to video games.
I blame Vicentia. He spoke that misfortune into existence.
I literally was kind of trying to to make you think a little too much. See,
joke's on you. I never
be the
think.
instigator. You never think? Yeah. I've read some of your articles. Oh, wait. Oh, no, Dominic, no, don't yell at me, please. I invited you on here.
I'm just taking it easy and concentrating on enjoying the game for what it is and soaking in the.
It looks like
There's
the
some
aesthetic
really
of the
gorgeous
tower changes
atmosphere
the
to
higher up
this.
you
This
get.
is.
It kind of does, yeah. I'm really interested to see, like, here's the deal. Games like this, especially with a lot of the assets being very similar to each other, you would think that it would start feeling either repetitive or feel like every location is the same, but it's not. And it's kind of difficult to do that in video games, to keep things feeling fresh and different, and to make areas feel memorable, especially when the whole game is basically a single room.
Yeah, apparently there is a second, even harder level available as DLC now, and there's also a level editor, so community-made nightmares, if I ever want to touch those.
That sounds fun. I love community levels, except that I know that they're going to be too evil.
Aha!
Oh, you found the secret ladder! Aha!
Okay, I thought I had a big
love
jump
it.
to make.
Yeah,
There's a couple of
that's
areas
one
where there seems to be like two routes. And sometimes there's
I like that.
a ladder just kind of tucked away in a corner.
Yeah. Now, Dominic, I know that you probably get this asked this all the time. I'm wondering, is there currently a game that's really that you're really getting sucked into? Is there an indie game or some other game that came out recently that you are just loving?
Well, you know that one all too well. Void Stranger kind of devoured my life for a full week.
Yeah, same here. For a week or two, yeah.
Yeah, Void Stranger it's a little Game Boy style monochrome Sokoban puzzle game, and it is also a 50-hour long JRPG length epic with an amazing story.
Yeah, the way that I compare it, honestly, it feels like a Sokoban Metroidvania, if that makes sense. Because as you play, you do get items that strangely make earlier puzzles easier, and I haven't really seen that in a puzzle game. Not only that, but it makes other puzzles later puzzles easier / doable based off of the items that you collect. It's one of my highly recommended if you enjoy puzzle games. Like, it's something that I don't think everybody is going to love, but if it looks remotely interesting to you, Void Stranger is a high recommend from me, yeah.
Okay, I am not a puzzle guy. Like, I've seen people beat the game in about 30 hours. It took me about 50. I struggle. And the fact that I persevered all the way to the end should tell you how good it is, because this is
Hey, I'm getting up there.
something I'd normally
Void
tap out on.
Stranger. Void Stranger for chat. This is the game that we're talking about, and it's the previous game that was made by the developers. They've only made 2 games, and they're a little bit tied in as well. The first one was a space shooter that also has some sorts of puzzle elements to it in how to actually unlock certain endings and such. It's really interesting, and I'm very happy, and I feel like they should be proud of what they made. It's an excellent game.
Oh, yeah. There is, I won't spoil it, but there's some post-game stuff in there that is, like, really touching.
No.
Okay, see, I think that you're eyeing what do I do here. I have seen Dominic make that jump, and it is scary.
Yeah, sometimes you really need to commit. Okay.
Ah,
Oh, you did it! Oh, that was beautiful. I gotta give you made that jump first try. I'll
it's
give you 100 points for that.
nowhere.
That was great, fantastic.
Oh, no. I second guessed myself, like, in midair and managed to do a 180.
Yeah,
Where am I?
that's one thing with a lot of games that have difficult jumps. Whenever you start trying to course correct in the air, if you're still relatively
this
new
the-
to the physics, a lot of the times you want to get more used to like the committed lengths, the committed jumps that don't require intervention. You know, if you can sort of calculate how far you'll go while holding run, while not holding run, that will do a lot more good in the long run than course correcting in the air. And once you have the basics, this is how comfortable I am jumping, then you're going to start being able to do the course correction. So first comes thinking of it as a dedicated jump, and then adjusting once you have that nailed down.
And it looks like I'm in the second zone. There is an area of yellow warning stripes, and then I'm in the blue area.
You're in blue.
Dabba-deepa?
Yeah, Dabba.
Sorry.
I mean, it's a fine song. It existed. I listened to it. Okay, I know about the little window. I don't know why the window was blue, though. Like, wouldn't you want it to be clear? It'd be better. Blue little house with a clear window.
Yeah, although
you
a
can look
house with tinted
outside.
windows would be really cool.
Not if it's just all blue. How boring would that be? Freaking blue house. Open up the toilet. It's blue. Blue toilet, blue water. Probably from like the Clorox or whatever. You know, I don't know.
Alpine
gonna-
Fresh.
I
Alpine
think
Fresh.
I've got to go down to go up.
You might have to.
Ah.
That's. Yeah, I was a little bit concerned, but you landed.
I think I'm getting the hang of this.
I think
And it's
I think
very
you are.
nice.
You're doing pretty well.
Oh, that looks like an optional area, I think.
Yeah, chat, you are correct. This isn't Ristar, but perhaps this is Ristar's cousin. I don't know. Like Ristar would grab onto ladders, right? Silly little star.
So my question
Ah.
is, do I keep trying up
Yep.
this center route, or do I go there and try and make my way up the outer edge?
I don't know.
If I
don't
fall,
know
I'm
what's
gonna try
be
the other
better.
route.
Okay, that sounds pretty decent. As long as you're doing a route that you know there is ground underneath and you're probably going to be fine. That was a good series of jumps there.
Ah,
I'm so scared. Like I'm just nervous watching
this
both of
is
you.
terrifying.
Yep,
Yeah.
it is
I-
a nerve-wracking game.
Thanks for suggesting it.
I have anxiety.
Hey, I wanted
This isn't
something that
helping.
would be interesting to watch.
I'm going to have to talk to my therapist about this game. My gosh.
Yeah, I have a crippling fear of heights.
Do I have to
I-
go across there?
I have a weird fear of heights where I still want to go do heights,
Did I
but
not just
like my body just says no.
I
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
where do you go?
I struggle to even look out a football window. And yet I love jumping up high things in VR games. I think I may be weird.
Oh geez, playing a game like this every once in a while I have a big fall and I get the butterflies. I would, if I were playing this, I would probably have butterflies like 50 times over already.
And I know that I could be going so much faster because there's achievements for beating the game in as little as 15 minutes. Although apparently only like 0.5% of players have done that.
Well, that's understandable. And honestly, Dominic, that's a big difference between playing a game for the first time and speedrunning. Usually the strats for speedrunning, you just cannot do it the first time. It's not even an option because you don't know the layout of the levels. You don't know exactly which way you're supposed to go. You don't know how far all of your jumps can make it. Although it looks like, you've played a lot of first-person games, and it seems like you've got a pretty quick understanding of the limits that you can push when it comes to jumping here.
Yep. Well, I think I cut my teeth with 3D platforming with Doom, which has the nastiest 3D platforming you can have.
I mean, you don't have a jump button, so
Yes.
yeah, you're correct.
And it asks you to do some really wild jumps sometimes, especially mods.
Yeah, Doom 2 has... Oh my gosh, I'm thinking of the chasm. You remember the level of the chasm with the extremely, extremely thin walls that are, 50 feet high that you have to
100 meters.
inch along?
Yeah.
Oh, yes! 100 more points for Casey! Very nice.
That is A-okay. I'm getting there. Slowly but surely.
Oh, yeah.
Don't call me Shirley.
It's fine,
Or slowly.
Dominic. Whatever.
Boo.
Now, I did ask Dominic, what game or what game has really been sucking you in lately? Casey, do you have a game that's been grabbing you?
Yeah, I have a couple. Recently I played a game called Laika Aged Through Blood, and that's something I'd love to see speedrun.
I believe there are people who are speedrunning that game. For those who don't know, it's essentially both sort of like a trials game where you have to rotate your motorcycle, do some really tricky motorcycle platforming.
Yeah.
It's also a shooter where you have a gun and kind of a Metroidvania at the same time. Honestly, the art style is amazing, and
the music is incredible.
It just came out.
Oh yeah, everything
yeah.
that Brainwash Gang make has amazing art and music.
Yeah, and also if you happen to be a furry, that's a game for you.
Oh, yeah, they're a big furry studio.
Yeah. I want to meet them sometime. I happen to be... I go to a bunch of furry conventions, and heck, I'm going to one next week and helping with an escape room. So, I'm going to be away from home for that. I really would like to talk to them, though.
They made a good game, and other than that, I've also been... While on the furry theme, Small Saga just came out. Oops.
I want to play that, too. It's... isn't it an RPG and you're a mouse?
Yep.
Yep, it is really good. It reminds me a lot of the... people have been comparing it to the Redwall novels, but it reminds me of a series of books that traumatized me as a kid, The Deptford Mice.
Oh, perfect.
Bollocks.
No, Casey!
No.
Oh, you went right in the hole! No!
Those platforms are mean.
Oh,
They
But I didn't
are.
go too far down, so, I got that going for me.
Yeah,
I'm just
I
here.
know that's... Casey, I'm just thinking out loud here. I know that Small Saga just came out.
Last week?
And honestly, last week or something. And I know that it's on a little bit of a sale right now. I was just worried about the price just because I'm watching money a little bit. But if you think it's really worth it...
It's like 20 bucks as well, so not too bad.
It's not too bad.
No.
And if it's got a lot of content and is as beautiful as all of the promotional art makes it look.
yeah, it's
I think
quite
that's
short.
worth
It's about like 10, 12 hours,
That's honestly not too bad, though.
but it is a very focused story. It is...
I'm also... What else am I playing? been playing a little of Slay the Princess. Don't know if you heard of that game. The horror visual novel.
As a matter of fact, one of the hosts that we have on the GDQ channel does the voice of the princess.
Yes, Nicole.
Awesome.
Yes, Nicole Goodnight is the voice of the princess. And Casey, if you ever come to a GDQ and she is there as well, I would love to introduce you to. She is just amazing. And she was very excited to do the voice acting for the princess. Did you say it's kind of a horror visual novel?
Yes.
That's like I'm not the biggest into visual novels, but I kind of want to try it because Nicole's
I'm not
kind
really
of a friend.
into visual novels either. Wow. I'm doing better than I thought I would. Look at me go.
You're up to 120 meters. Yeah,
That's
you're
pretty
doing
good.
fantastic here. Yeah, we'll ignore how high Dominic is right now and just focus on your accomplishments. That's one of the weird things with games like this as well, because like even though numbers quote unquote mean something, at the same time, you're just trying to push yourself in order to do as well as you can, and
I'm
the end
not gonna
result
worry about
matters
it.
a lot
I am just
less.
going to
Yeah.
be enjoying myself, and this is very neat.
Oh no.
I
Do
like
go
that a
down?
little music is starting up in the game as well now that you're in the blue area.
Ooh. Hell in a cell for me now.
Yeah,
Somebody jinx Dominic.
Okay, let's talk
Sorry.
to Dominic a little while. Okay, so I
No,
have
no,
to
no.
ask No. Talk to me, Dominic. Talk to me.
I'm sorry.
Come on, let's distract you. Dominic. I have to ask. Okay, so obviously you've played a lot of first-person games. Terminal Slayer's Aftermath.
Yes, Slayer's X, the Hypnospace
Slayer's
spin-off.
X.
And
Okay.
that was such a fun little game.
The S-Blade has a hack blood charge.
He certainly does. I mean, it certainly does. Blade is a weapon.
Yes.
I loved it. Honestly, I love the developer for Hypnospace. And, there have been some Hypnospace speedruns that are pretty entertaining. I really love the depth of the story and sort of the archival work that you get into later on in Hypnospace. But I'm glad that, we have a spin-off game now that is a shooter made by Zane from Hypnospace. At least that's the whole story, that Zane made a game. And it's I would say that the levels are well designed, and even though it's supposed to be somewhat comedic, it still has some really cool mechanics. Not only that, the developer of it said that he never really played first-person shooters before. He just made one.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Where do I go from here? Do
He
I go
almost
down again?
entirely kind of captured the feel of Duke Nukem 3D fan games, which are a thing now.
Oh, yeah.
Because here's the thing: there's one really big free Duke fan game called the AMC Squad, which is
Yep, I've been playing that.
it's like a 12-way self-insert fanfic game.
You're absolutely. Oh my gosh, you're absolutely correct. Yeah, everybody. Dominic always has recommendations on Twitter. I'm still calling it Twitter. I don't even care.
It's Twitter.
Yeah, it's Twitter, and you always have threads about various recommendations. And I saw you recommend the AMC Squad. I'm like, I'll go ahead and try this. Let me tell you. The levels are so much more in depth and complicated and just fleshed out than I would have expected for a free fan game. It is.
How far have you played?
really
Because
cool.
it gets
Not very far.
wild later on. The later episodes,
know.
you get to do XCOM style base management and research and investing in mining facilities.
I have not made it that far. No. Okay, so that well, there's another game I get to go back to soon. It looks like. So as a recap for people who are just showing up, this is a blind race between the two players. We're trying to see who can make it to the highest of heights. Right now, Dominic is currently at 190 meters, but has made it at least 191. And luckily, the main menu does keep track of their high score. So that is what we're judging based off of.
I think I'm stuck.
Oh, no.
No.
Why are you stuck? What happened?
Can I get... okay. It's okay.
That wasn't
it's
too
okay.
bad.
It's okay.
A little bit of a fall.
It's all good.
Yeah, I just lost a lot of height there.
Yeah. Now, I have to ask, Dominic, okay, because there are lots of games out there that are a little bit obscure, but I wonder, is there a game that you would recommend to somebody that you're like, this is a game, the best game that nobody has played?
Ooh, that is a hard question. I'd have to ask the person, what genre, like what kind of vibe are you looking for?
What vibe am I looking for? I don't know. I'm the one asking the questions, not you.
Like, are we playing
no,
something
let's
to
go.
relax? Are you going for tension, scares?
I want weird.
You want?
Give me weird.
Ooh. Okay.
The best weird game that nobody's played. Like, I mean, Cruelty Squad, a lot of people have played that. You know, it's very weird, but it's somewhat known. Hylics is pretty well known for weirdness, but, you know, definitely high up there in the weirdness.
Okay. Middens. It is Middens. Middens. And it is a surreal RPG, kind of like Hylics, only much stranger, and photo collage art, and you have a talking gun with a mouth on its side, and it is like a bad trip.
Okay, I see a picture of a dragon, but instead of having a head, it has like a train and a hand and a gun.
Yeah,
What?
it's a bit of a strange one.
Middens.
Yes.
Okay.
I can't remember the developer's
see-
name, but yeah, it is.
Takamo, is that right?
Yeah, I think
Or
that-
My Former Selves?
yes, I think the RPG Maker database has like more info on it because it's made with RPG Maker, as are many obscure games.
Yeah, and I do see it on Game Jolt,
Uh-huh.
and available for free.
Yes.
Okay. Good to know. I will put this on my list of games that I will try. Ooh, I love that Chad is also giving some suggestions.
Oh, yeah, Space
I don't know
Funeral
what
is-
Space Funeral.
Space Funeral is a great one, but it is a bit older and shorter. But it is a must play. It's only like a few hours long.
Don't know where to go from here.
Oh. Do you know of the game? I think it's Death Flush. It's kind of a horror game about toilets.
I think I've heard the name, but I have not seen it as far as I'm aware.
Okay, there's a weird one that will make you laugh. I recommend giving it a shot. I'll have to remind you later. Death Flush.
This area is pretty nerve-wracking because you have to kind of scoot like inches from the pit.
I don't know where to go.
Well, Dominic has hit 200 meters. I am giving 200 points for hitting that achievement. Very, very nice.
there is like one tiny ladder that I'm just trying to remember where it is, somewhere on this wall. And that's the only way up. I am overlooking it.
Yeah. Well, we've got that suggestion from you, Middens. I've got a page open, so I'll make sure that I do check that out later. Casey, you're piecing things together. What are you thinking here? Ooh, good jumps.
Can I? Okay, I can't scoot down. Oh no.
Yes.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, it's okay. Not all is lost. You fell a little bit, but you didn't fall all the way. Thank goodness.
That's okay. Look, mistakes were made, but it's fine.
Well, I mean, considering that you were talking about Void Stranger, one of the big lessons from that is the idea of starting over, of, being willing to make a whole bunch of progress and then clean that slate. It's very relevant to the developer's other game as well, Zero Ranger, where it's sort of, it makes me think of sand mandalas in Buddhism, if I'm not mistaken, where they create these beautiful sand designs, then just wipe it clean and it's gone. And they're okay with it. That, something that is incredibly intricate and beautiful, just wiped away, and they start back over from scratch. And that's something that it's very easy to get frustrated when it comes to video games, but at the same time, I love the vibe that you give, that, it's okay that I fell. We're back in this now. We're getting back into the game.
Yeah, Zero Ranger it's an arcade shooter, but it explores actual Buddhist philosophy.
I love it. I love it so much. I'm not Buddhist, but I love like learning about different cultures and different mindsets, and it's so cool. Yeah. By the way, chat, I would love to hear more game recommendations for weird games that you would recommend. If you want to make it clear that you're recommending a game, just type recommendation : and then put your game there, because I will write some of these down and keep track of them for me, because I want to know.
Another really good free one that recently moved to Steam is I think it's Weird and Unfortunate Things Are Happening.
Weird and unfortunate things are happening. Let me see about that.
That was costly.
Okay. Luckily, autocomplete fills that up pretty quickly. So that it looks like that's an RPG as well,
yes,
right?
It's another RPG Maker one. It is kind of cosmic horror themed, but it is a lot more chill and funny than you'd expect for something Lovecraft inspired. And it has some really good jokes, some really terrible enemy name puns.
Good to know. Wait, Casey, you said you were going to make puns all over the place, and I haven't heard a single pun today.
Oh, I thought the gameplay was punishing enough.
Okay, yeah, we're done with that.
Sorry.
Okay, can we dock her some points?
Why would I take points away for... No, I asked for it. If anything, that's 50 points. 50 more points. 50 more points for Casey, because I so demand it. Yeah, I am seeing some recommendations in chat. Thank you so much. For those who are curious about what those recommendations are, and you're watching a VOD on YouTube, guess what? The VODs on Twitch have all of the chat listed there, and honestly, it's just fun to talk to chat during these streams, so very appreciative. Yeah, chat is a little bit concerned that I asked you for a pun, Casey. Maybe that wasn't the best idea.
That's
I
okay.
keep seeing that ghost.
I can throw a few your way. It's like what do you call a cow with 2 legs?
Oh my gosh. What do you call a cow with 2 legs?
Lean beef. What do you call a cow with no legs?
Ground beef.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well done.
Okay.
Although the existence of ground beef implies the existence of air pork.
That's how. I mean, I have seen The Simpsons. I would agree.
No!
Oh no! Through the hole! You got a basket. I'm going to call that a 3-pointer basket. 3 whole points for going in the hole there. I gotta. Yeah, I was going to say, like, if you had a cow playing this game, you know, they've got to be very careful because the stakes are high.
Well done.
Yeah. I'm trying. I'm trying here.
He's stealing your style.
It's okay. Correction. I was this way long ago. I was already yeah. For those who have been around GDQ for a while, there was a meme for a while that was "Hey Bro Sencha," and people would always say that before doing probably the worst jokes I have ever heard in my life, and it hurts. It hurts sometimes hearing what they say.
So I fell down a long way, but I seem to be climbing up a completely different route than I did last time, and I don't know how.
I mean, it works. This is a non-linear game. You're exploring. You're going different places. Friendly faces. Why do I still have the page open about French horns? Go away. I don't need that. That was the last game. We're talking about BETON BRUTAL, the precision platformer game that, honestly, I had never heard of until you suggested it as a game, Dominic. And honestly, this is definitely very difficult, but kind of fun and chill to watch both of you play this. I'm very much enjoying this.
Yes,
I'm having a very good time with this. This
the
is
fact
excellent.
that there's people to chat with makes this chill. Otherwise, I would be terrified.
Oh yeah, like that's 50% of the reason that I love Grudge Match. You know, it's competitive, but in a way that we're here with friends, and you know, we get to talk about either what's happening or if the gameplay, you know, there's not something that I can talk about every moment. You know, we get to talk about video games. And, you know, we talked about some recommendations from Dominic. Casey, I have to wonder, are there any games that you feel like nobody has heard about that you would really want people to play?
As far as nobody heard about, maybe not, but maybe fewer people.
Okay.
Because a game that I loved this year that I don't think was as appreciated as it should have been is a real-time stealth game. Real-time stealth strategy game called Shadow Gambit, The Cursed Crew. I adored this game. So it's from a developer called Me, and they did Shadow Tactics and Desperados 3 before. And
Okay.
I reviewed it for PC Gamer as well.
You did?
It's amazing.
Yep, it is fantastic. And at the end of the review, I was invited on a podcast to talk about it. At the end of the podcast, I said, you know, they could just make one more game and it would be the perfect stealth tactics game. And the day after that, the studio announced that they're disbanding.
It was heartbreaking to find out.
I do see, on Steam, it's got 95% positive overall, but recent reviews 97% positive. It seems like people like this game.
It is.
Okay.
It is brilliant.
It's
It is
so good. It's criminal that it's not as well loved as Baldur's Gate 3. It deserves all the praise that I can heap upon it.
Yeah, mind you, Baldur's Gate 3 is really good.
Oh, Baldur's Gate 3 is amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, but I can see that when big releases come out, there are a lot of smaller games that sometimes get overshadowed.
Yeah, it kind of released. It was sandwiched between Baldur's Gate 3 and Starfield, and I think that was an unfortunate release window because literally everybody I knew was still playing Baldur's Gate 3 and kind of overlooked this incredible gem, and it had some fantastic characters and little side quests and things. This is a game where you can teach a fish to be a ninja, and
What?
one of the side quests, one of the other side quests, the character side quests, is you can teach poetry to skeletons.
Okay.
Because one of the
you,
you're a crew, you're commanding a crew of undead pirates aboard a sentient ghost ship, manned by a crew of there's a lot of skeletons around. A skeleton crew, yeah.
Literally, no.
It's
I think they
delightful.
make that joke in Curse of Monkey Island, but yeah.
the game has a very Monkey Island vibe to it.
I love Monkey. Ooh, okay.
It's like Monkey Island Tactics.
Why are you speaking all the best words to me? This is like a concept I never considered in my life that is now like
It's
the best possible
astounding.
concept in existence. Okay. Monkey Island Tactics, that's Shadow Gambit, the Cursed Crew. I guess I'm going to have to play this.
I would highly recommend it. It is. I'm disappointed that the studio is closing because it's just one of the best by far.
At the same time, when studios close, the people in the studios often don't leave the industry completely.
No.
And I hope that they don't. I hope that they keep making things, Even
Me
if
too.
the studio itself wasn't a success, the people can still have successful careers and make successful stories and experiences. And I think that we've seen a lot more of that, of people who are in the industry coming back in other development teams.
With Marini,
this is
it's
where
a bit of an interesting case because they disbanded not because they were unsuccessful, but because apparently it was just too stressful. The industry as a whole was wearing them down, and they decided to tap out before they burnt out.
I think that's good. Tap out before, if you get to the point where you absolutely
found the way
loathe
forward.
what you're doing. Oh, you did?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, good job, Casey. I
Yes.
love to see it. Yeah, I'd say, there are a lot of people who, I'm just thinking after grad school, I went into it for writing. And after I finished my degree, great, I never wanted to do anything related to it again because it was just so exhausting and, so soul draining doing grad school. And
this is awesome.
I'm finally back to the point because I did literature and writing. I'm back to the point where I want to get back into writing, but it's taken a long time to sort of get over the burnout.
I just reached a bit where it's asking me to hop over the center of the pit. So,
Oh, this is amazing.
the architecture and level design in this is very clever and also very scary.
It's interesting that it's using these ladders, both as ladders and platforms in some cases, where, they're just oh my gosh, I am so scared for you, Dominic. Why?
Which
You're saying what I'm thinking, which is very loud noises.
No.
Oh,
Well, you know what? In for a penny, in for a pound.
no, why? Dominic, why?
There's no way I was getting back to the top in just 5 minutes.
where
We are pretty close to the end, so the big question is Casey going to be able to have a good push? You can finish this game in 15 minutes. I don't know how tall this tower is.
I don't think that's a different
Oh,
area.
now-
I have to go down again.
Now you're speedrunning, Dominic. I love it.
Yep, I'm going to make a sprint for it and see how far I can get in 5 minutes.
You know, at the same time, we're judging based off of the high watermark. So even though Dominic fell all the way down in the menu, you will be able to see the highest altitude reached, which is 231. It is possibly beatable, just based off of how fast this game goes. And I know that it goes at least to 400 or 500 meters high. Like, this game is not short.
It's in
And
fact
because
quite tall.
And yet you can get through the entire thing in 15 minutes. So I think that there is a reasonable shot that over the next few minutes, Casey could have a good push. And you know, you're definitely getting better at playing this game. You're getting more solid at making these tricky jumps.
Very engrossing.
It kind of reminds me of, because you can easily bind bunny hopping just to the right mouse button, of Quake speedrunning, which is kind of how I think Games Done Quick started out. Way back in the day.
Quake, indeed. Back when it was Speed Demos Archive, the initial demos that they made were specifically demos for Quake maps. Luckily, Quake had an ability to just save the replay as a file, and then you could replay it directly from the game and see how people did it.
Yep, that's,
Yeah, you're completely right.
that's how,
Quake is why GDQ exists.
yep, that's how Doom replays work as well. It's literally just a task-style recording of inputs.
Oh,
Yeah, and like Doom really doesn't have very much randomness when it comes to enemies and such.
Here's the thing.
Or maybe it doesn't have any randomness, you know, if things happen exactly the same way.
Yes, it is technically
every single time.
deterministic. So that if you do the exact same things on the exact same frames, it will be the same every time.
I love that. I've done a little randomness programming when it comes to stuff, and it's a little like making things seeded and reliable. It takes a little work. Oh, Casey?
this is awesome.
But the thing with Doom is that only applies for like demos and speedruns, because if you play it normally, it is incredibly random. Doom is nightmarishly
What?
unpredictable. It literally
Whoa.
does Dungeons and Dragons style dice rolls for damage. So a single Revenant shot can
I
hit
didn't
you.
know it did.
The Revenant rocket, I believe, does 8d10. So it can do between 10 and 80 hit points damage. So it can either barely scratch you or nearly kill you instantly.
That's amazing. And I had no idea. Like, I knew that occasionally, you know, things that normally would kill you sometimes just don't.
Yep, the
This
dice
is
are
a
in your
really
favor.
creative. Yeah, this is a really creative way
Ah.
to do climbing with ladders. No! Oh. For whom the bell tolls, Casey. Do you know for whom the bell tolls? Shouldn't ask.
The
Tolls for thee.
the Metallica song.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. I'll give you one guess. The poet who wrote the phrase, "Ask not for whom the bell tolls, for it is thee."
Murray.
No, it's Edgar Allan Poe. Come on, you were literally quoting Poe before the stream. Come on.
I
We've
didn't
got
want
1
to
minute
get
left,
it
so
too-
you can quote the Raven if you want.
We are in the final minute.
Go on, Katie. Give us a little poetry reading to wrap this up.
While I'm climbing,
Never
while
more.
I nodded, nearly.
While you're climbing air so dreary, platforming all weak and weary.
Don't know if I can. Oh, I like that it has these little signs. Sometimes gives you a little hint as to momentarily where you should pop down.
I do
Well-
not believe my hands have been this sweaty playing a game in a while.
I can definitely believe that this has been challenging, but we have hit the hour, and that
Ding.
is what I would consider time. Look at your max height. We have a max height from Dominic of 231 meters, and from Casey, just hit escape. Let's see what your max height is. 186. Not too bad. Like, honestly, it's great. You
respectable.
ended right near your highest height. You know, you were having your best push right there towards the end. And that's usually where you want to end after the hour race. However, Dominic did manage to show some incredible platforming. I was shocked at times at how well you were doing, Dominic.
I was shocked
but
too.
I guess, you know, but I'd probably say props to the devs for making some of that very tricky platforming doable, because it's very easy to make a hard game, but it's hard to make a hard game that actually rewards your skill and is forgiving enough that it allows new players to make good pushes like that. This is very solidly made, you know? It's not the most innovative game out there, but I find it pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Not only
The
that, but this
music as
music
well.
is a jam.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
I was
music
just
is really
thinking
chill.
it.
Yeah, so Dominic, you know, maybe I can't ask you for a rating here, but is this a recommend for you after playing it?
Oh yeah, in fact, I will be including it in my big Twitter thread of game recommendations in a few minutes.
Aha! Gonna be slapping it up there. Perfect. Yeah. I wonder, how much is this on Steam right now? That's
I
a...
think it's
I think it's about
slightly on.
$5 or something.
Is it on sale at the moment?
Oh,
Yeah,
20% off.
Yep.
Yeah, it's about
And it
$5.50.
counts.
So it's relatively cheap. You all have seen an hour of it, and there is still more, as well as a second map that apparently is DLC, as well as community created maps. If you are interested in that, go check it out on Steam, everybody. Yeah, Dominic, our dear games journalist, you have succeeded and come victorious. What do you do? Where can people find your stuff? What's the best place to see what you are doing currently?
Funny thing is, I'm sure I am the only Dominic Harrison on the internet. You can type in my name and I will be there at the top. I do, however, mostly ramble on Twitter at the moment, although as soon as a good alternative appears, I'm jumping ship from there. And otherwise, you can read my articles on the PC Gamer website. I just got a piece up today on Lethal Company, which is very funny.
I have been playing a little bit of that. It's a special game.
Or pick up the latest issue of PC Gamer magazine.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much. And honestly, I love that we were able to have you come and play for us. I want more people from various areas of gaming to come and play on this show. And it just makes me super happy that we have a journalist coming to share a game, to play it, to talk about thoughts during it. This has been absolutely a joy to have you. Casey, what about you? Go ahead and plug your stuff. What are you doing? What should people know about you?
well, I'm a Twitch streamer. I generally play a lot of like more relaxed kind of indie games. Sometimes a bit more hardcore kind of a lot of Souls likes, survival horror, that sort of thing. And
Yeah.
I also have I'm going to plug my Steam curator page. So all of the games
Sure.
that I play and that I recommend, I put in on my Steam curator page. And if you follow my Steam curator page, my recommendations will show up on the Steam homepage. So it'll vastly improve your Steam browsing experience.
Yep, that reminds me that I am really behind on updating mine.
Yeah, I technically have one that I haven't touched in ages, but I have been leaving reviews on Steam lately in order to try to help people see what I've been loving. It's really cool that both of you have lists of games that you love. Honestly, the way that I find games that, nobody else knows about is because of other people like you, Dominic,
I try
and
my
like you,
best.
Casey, who recommend. Yeah,
Same. Some
and
of the
I have
games
spent a lot of money
played
because of you.
are because of Dominic.
Yep, yeah, I am responsible for a lot of people spending a lot of money. It hasn't actually
so if you want to
brought me
spend
any money,
more
but
money,
but it has definitely cost people money, which I figure, I'm doing my part for, I think, capitalism. That's bad. That's bad.
no, you're doing your part for smaller games, for indie games, and for helping. Marketing is a difficult thing, and honestly, indie games, there are so many good ones that just need a little bit more love and more help. So I really appreciate the people who do share the news of good games that people should play. I'm definitely going to be checking out some of the recommendations. Well, speaking about recommendations, everybody, I recommend that you stay because after this, we've got Parallel Universe with a few fantastic games. Waveland Showcase. There is also a Break Run and Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. Y'all are not going to want to miss those. So stay tuned and we will see you after this break. Take care. I've been Brosentia. See you in 2 weeks for another Grudge Match.
Bye-bye.